So let me get this right. I go on break for 2 weeks. I decide to have 2 weeks off. And in that 2 weeks, shit gets fucking real. Ah, oh my god, everything that's just come out over the past, everything's come out over the past, weekend. Things like that, it's just like, yeah, apparently I, I opened up OBS yesterday to look at the GIF and oh, I should change it. And I looked at it and I thought, nah, that's appropriate. That's an appropriate GIF. Uh, hello. I'm a back. I'm a back. I'm a back. After 2 weeks, yeah, it's been nice. We'll talk about it as we get into it. But we are going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to be playing more games, and specifically, I want to try and get through my backlog. So, I'm sorry, my model's going to freak out here. This is a website called the Backloggery. It's a lovely, lovely website. There you go. Lovely, lovely website where you can store all of your games, and you can basically keep track of how many games you've beaten. So you can keep track of how many are unplayed, unfinished, beaten, completed, how many are endless, all of that, and you can keep them all by platform and everything like that. I should say, a lot of these are bundle games and free games, and it's not even my full Steam library, because I've taken out a few horror games because I don't do horror at all. It freaks me out, unfortunately. So I don't do horror. So this is not even my full Steam backlog. But you can see all the games as they're beaten and everything like that, and and it's all available. You can go on that. Exclamation! If you look below the stream, you'll see it there, or exclamation socials, and you'll find the link on there. And I just wanted to work through it. I just wanted to work through my backlog. The likelihood is we'll never complete the backlog because unless you own 5-10 games, you will never complete your backlog because that's sort of, there's that many games that come out nowadays that it's impossible. It is impossible to ever fully complete your backlog. But we're going to give it a go. We're starting off with Mega Man X, which is a game that I have down as unbeaten. Sorry, I'm just moving my glasses. It's a game I have down as unbeaten. I remember when I went on a holiday to America, and I got the Mega Man X Legacy Collection bundle on Switch, and I remember I was playing between this and I was playing between this and Celeste. This ran like arse on Switch. It just ran like absolute arse on Switch. And it was really laggy and things like that. I think it's just the port in general, to be perfectly honest. The port is not the best. Hello, I'll get you in a minute. Oh, is it not working? Oh, I give up. Annie, it's just gonna sit there nice and pretty. I'm sorry. I did re-log in, but I think it's having problems on their end. There's something to do with the I think Twitch has changed its back end or something, because it keeps popping up with a message of how there's something to do with chatbots and things like that. So I think there's something to do with the back end. So I'm sorry, Annie, but there's no. I'll probably bin it after this stream. So I apologize. It's out of my control. But yeah, No, it ran like arse on Switch, the original Switch, by the way. And so, thank you. And so I didn't really get anything. I beat the 8 Robot Masters, but it was Sigma's Castle that I got stuck on, and I couldn't finish it. I did finish Celeste, but I never finished this. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna finish this. Yeah, in fact, I'll quickly show you, Amy, because you have just gotten it in. This is a website called the Backloggery, which is where you can track all of your games and sort of what you played, unbeaten, and all of that. And I've decided I'm actually just going to start working my way through my backlog. And that's what these streams are going to be. It's just me working through my backlog. So we're going to start with the first game. And that's what the streams are going to be. Which one? That one. The port is weird. So I'm using a PS5 controller. And it's weird in how it's brought the buttons over. So D-pad doesn't work. I have to use stick. Oh, it's swapped over. Hang on. Yeah. It's not saved my buttons. So for some reason, you can't use D-pad. You have to use stick. Circle is, I think circle is being recognized as, yeah. This is weird. This is a weird setup. Okay, so I want shot to be that, jump to be that, dash will be, can I think dash that? Yeah. So just to explain this, because this is obviously setting, this looks weird because it's looking like it's Xbox controllers. This is square, which is I have to remember now. I have an Xbox controller. This is square, which is X. This is cross, which is A, and this is triangle, which is Y. Don't ask me why they're all messed up. It's confusing. Am I a pro player? I don't know. Well, we'll find out if I can beat the game. So yes, so we're gonna just work our way on the backlog and get to that. So I am familiar with this game, but it'd be nice to actually beat it. Oh, damn you. It's gonna be weird playing on stick though. I may have to do some rebinding to try and get it so it works on with D-pad. So yes. But no, it's nice to be, well, I suppose I can start talking about this then. It's nice to be missed, I will say. So thank you very much. That is appreciated. But I suppose I can start getting into this. Because yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I've had some time off. Oh, damn. And I needed that. I am gaming. I'm trying to. Okay, so because I might as well start getting into this before I leave. But yes. Yeah, I've had 2 weeks off, which has been. No, I've got a client. Okay. Which has actually been really nice. It's been nice to just have some time off and just sort of do a reset, because that was what I needed. Because looking back, it's sort of, so I forget what the day is, but coming up is my 6-month, like my 6-month anniversary of being a content creator. I think it's like because I think I started streaming either the 4th or the 5th of May, 5th of November. So it'll either be the 4th or the 5th of May. It'll be this weekend, basically. I'm not going to do anything, because, no. I was like, you know, yay, I've done 6 months, yay. This is 6 months! Which is actually technically a lie. I actually started, so I've actually technically been streaming a year. I started streaming back in March of last year. Come on. There we go. I started streaming in March of last year. And I did it as like test streams basically. And I just did it to test and see how I felt about it and things like that. And they were like hour-long test streams. And I did it for about a month or so. And then I stopped. Because I just wasn't in the right place at the time. I wasn't really geared up for streaming at that time. So there wasn't... I didn't feel the need to continue. So I stepped away from it and decided to get myself in a better place. And so I worked on myself, got myself in a better place. And then 4th, 5th November I started streaming again. Oh, this is a big guy, we have to lose to him, whatever. We'll just lose to him. So I started streaming again, and I felt a lot better about what I was doing. Oh, let's do story. Me, you worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? Yeah, we actually do later on in the game. Zero! Thank you, Zero. You'll betray us someday, but for now you're our friend. Well, I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. Yeah. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full power yet. If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. Thanks. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it. Yeah, thanks. Oh yeah, sick. Oh, I hope I saved that. Oh yeah, I've got to use this. Chill Penguin. Which button? Oh, that button. I use triangle. Where was it? Yeah, so I started streaming 4th of November, and you know, it started off well, and I started getting into it and slowly learning and things like that. And then I sort of, about 4 months in, I sort of hit a roadblock, and I just sort of, my growth just sort of stunted at one point. Like, I wasn't growing, I wasn't going anywhere. And I just became very obsessive about it. And I became very obsessive about the numbers, and about, you know, I was questioning myself, like, why am I not growing? Why am I not doing this, doing that? And, you know, in those type of situations, you're looking to say, okay, well, how can I improve? How can I, you know, be better? And one of the biggest pieces of advice that you get is, you know, review your VODs. Look back at your VODs and, you know, review it. Feel the being able to say, yeah, exactly. It's insane. Because that's the thing, is like, look, I'll be honest, I haven't reviewed my VODs, and there is a reason for it, and you kind of just pointed it out. Because I feel like I've gone as far as I can. And allow me to explain. the thing is that I can only grow. Hear my voice? No, I don't necessarily hear my voice. But here's the thing. Oh, I have a dash. Oh no, I don't. Here's the thing. I feel like I can only grow so far without having an audience. Like, you know, most of my time is just spent here talking to myself. It's not having that interaction of oh hang on, I need to do voices. So you've come. Why am I talking like this? X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. And I hope that the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion. I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers. Yes, I'm Jesse. I'm James even. Beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. Why I suddenly turned into James from Team Rocket, I don't know. How was that? The best thing, Annie, is you are helping, because that's the thing. It's... Oh, dash? I don't know, dash, lovely. The thing is that I can only go so far by talking to myself. You know, I can't... Because one of the major skills that is being a streamer is reacting to things. And I don't mean like reacting to videos. I mean reacting to your community, your chat, what is happening, and things like that, and having that type of conversation. I can't have that conversation. Well, no, I can have that conversation because I'm having that conversation with you, Annie. But like, you know, normally I couldn't have that conversation because I'm here on my own. And so I'm literally just screaming into the void. So how am I supposed to grow as a streamer when I'm literally just screaming into the void? It's a difficult one. And I think that feeling... Hello? And I think that feeling of being isolated was driving me insane. Ah, damn it. Let's see one again. There's a way, but I don't think you're mentally ready. Explain, please? Networking, start doing collabs, you know, try the right, yeah, networking and all that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, no, you despawned. I bet it's gonna, yeah. Oh, that's the button I need to hit. Okay. I have to keep the because of the controller. I'm gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to do some rebindings at some point, or I just have to live with it. Where was I? Yeah, so I'd gotten like obsessed with the numbers, and I think there was a point of just like I kind of lost why I was doing this in the first place, and I just became obsessed with that. And I think at that point it was like, you know what, I need to step back. I think the breaking point was literally trying to use Instagram, because by God, the Meta Business Suite is... How can you create such a dysfunctional platform. Because that's the only thing. That is the only way you can schedule posts. That is the only way that you can schedule posts. And if you just want to normally post, you can do so. But if you want to schedule them, then you need to use their business suite. But literally, oh, this is going to be annoying. But literally, like, that's the only way you can do it. Honestly, that's what you're kind of get to. It's option. I talked about it. In fact, I think there's a short coming out in a few days about this. The idea of sort of content creation being a game of like which poison do you drink and things like that. It's sort of, you've kind of got to be on everything basically. Yeah, you might not get much from platforms like Instagram and Blue Sky, but you might get something, like, who knows? So it was, yeah, I'm gonna, oh god, can I get out of this? No, I can't. Alright, fine. That's very exciting. So yeah, it kind of drove me insane, and it got to the point that just doing this wasn't fun. It just wasn't a fun thing to do, and that was, what do you want me to do, game? There we go. It just got to the point where it wasn't fun, and it was just miserable, and I just wasn't enjoying it. And I think I needed that time of just self-reflection, that time to just reflect on why I was doing this and what I wanted to do. And I think in the end I realized that I needed to just make it about something that I wanted to do, and just, you know what, I'm just going to come out here and do what I want to do on stream, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Which, it's annoying, because, like, it is the right mentality, And I think in the end I realized that, I need to make the streams more enjoyable for me. Because if I'm not enjoying them, then no one's going to enjoy them. And that was the big thing. So I'm glad for the reset. Oh. Oh, damn. Okay, I need to focus on this for a minute. Bit about the market is oversaturated. Yeah, the market is oversaturated. Okay, let me get through this boss first of all. Let me get through Club Penguin. It's been a while since I've... Oh god. Nope, nope. Come on. Come on. No! I had that, you... Come on. Come on. Oh, damn. Oh. And that'll do me a reset. Yeah, that'll do a reset. Da-di-da-di-da. The market is... Yeah, the market is oversaturated. Yeah, there's a lot of comment. Like, it's sort of... It is a bad time to come into the... industry. Oh, come on. Yeah, there is a lot of oversaturated, and I think I just need to... I think, honestly, I just need to go back to basics and just sort of remember why it is I'm doing this. That was a cheap shot. And I think I need to remember, I am... Yeah, with persistence and patience, I might, a lot of... You're right in saying a lot of big YouTubers are falling down. I mean, it is just... it's just business after all. No, this is no drama speedrun. I will say, though, I do think I am right in one thing, which is that I came into content creation at the right time. I think if I'd come into content creation when I was younger, I don't think I would have mentally been prepared for it. And I don't think I would have been able to cope with it, because it is, if you're sat there looking at it and thinking, oh, streaming's easy, well, go on, then give it a go. Like, if you think it's easy, go give it a go. Yeah, you sit here on your arse and play games, yes. But, like, the mental exhaustion, it can be mentally exhausting, It can mentally drain you, because you're having to entertain for 3 hours, or maybe longer. So, like, it is definitely mentally, it is mentally taxing. And I don't think if you're someone just coming out of school, college, university, anything like that, I don't think you're mentally prepared for something like this. And I think something like this can really sort of get to you. Change some tags to increase visibility. But what do I change them to? This is the point that I'm getting at. Is like this is the thing that I'm getting at. Is like it. Without having an audience, it's a lot of these things you just don't. Hang on, how did I get out last time? Oh, there we go. Up and all that. Like, again, a lot of those things I just don't know, because I am a solo creator. And when I say solo creator, I mean solo, Yeah, it's, you may see a lot of other streamers and, they call themselves solo creators, but they have mods, they have friends, they have people that they can turn to. All of this, I've done on my own. Like, I set it all up on my own. I run it all up on my own. I don't have people to turn to. Oh, come on, you daft penguin. Oh, that was stupid. That's something called analytics. Yeah, I do see the analytics, and like I see which tags are good and which tags are not. But like, there's thousands of tags. Like, which ones, which ones would be relevant? Which ones could help? Like, that's the thing that I'm getting at. Is like, it's all right saying. Hang on, I want to focus on this damn penguin. I want to focus on this damn penguin. Come on, set it off. There we go. Stop doing that move. Alright, I'm just going to do this instead. I'm not going to bother with charge shots. I'm just going to cheese this. Cheese, cheese. Cheese, cheese. Cheese. No! You ping. Back we go. Did you actually do it? No! I didn't! Thank you! Also, before you ask, Chill Penguin is technically the right move to make. Because Chill Penguin is the easiest boss. It's the easiest boss to do without any weapons. So this is, as madness as this is the right move to do. But thank you. No, see, things like that help. But because a lot of this I've done on my own, I don't know what is right and what is not. And that was the thing that frustrated me the most. Was that I wasn't getting that feedback. And I was just putting myself in that, I was putting myself in a feedback loop of sort of, well, I'm not doing this, well, I'm not doing that, so what can I do? And it's like, well, because I'm sick of looking at videos on the internet of this, you can get 1,000 views and da 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 da. I'm sick and tired of watching. I'm sick and tired of seeing them. Like, they have some good points, but just like a lot of them are just like farming you for their own benefit. So it's just, no, it's pointless. I'm sick of that. So like, advice like that, like, oh, there's 2 ENV2 tags, or maybe you could try this tag. Like, that's actual genuine advice. Thank you very much. But because, the majority of the time I am on my own and I'm just talking to myself, I'm not getting that type of advice. And so again, I just end up in this feedback loop, and that was the reason why I ended up crashing out, was because I was just stuck in that feedback loop, and I needed to take a step back and just go, right, let's look at this. What's the problem? What can I do? Especially attracting an attack. I'm not denying that. I see the attractiveness of the tag, but then what do I replace it with? That's the thing. It's like, I see that the tag is not working, I don't know what to replace it with in order to make it more effective. That's the main issue. Because again, if you know anything about Twitch tags, there's a lot of them. You know, it's not exactly, you know, and they don't really give you recommended. And we've always watched what big VTubers do. I mean, yes, I can watch what big VTubers do, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I'm having tags that are applicable to my stream. Like, at the end of the day, I want to be me. You know. Oh, shut off. Nope, 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 shut off, you stupid penguin. Two, three, four. Two, three, four. I am literally just cheesing this. No! Ah! I am going to get through this. The bridge is really great. You put two in action. This combination. Thank you. When you have someone to give you advice, suddenly things get a lot better because that's, you know, it's actual constructive feedback instead of getting your ass kicked by a penguin. But I am. I should have gone up. Nope. That's fine. No, I should have. I'm not listening to my own advice. Not listening to my own advice. Oh, thank God. Come on. No, I really do have to stay here. Come on. Gotcha! And that's the easiest of the 8 Robot Masters. That's the easy one. That's the one that's supposed to be like, yeah, you can do that, no problem. Alright. Is it Spartan Mandrill is next? I forget what comes after. But yeah. Like, to go back to an earlier point, banger of a tune. To go back to an earlier point, I do think I am coming into this at the right time, you know. I think as has been witnessed recently, sometimes you can be a bit too immature, shall we say, for this type of thing, and you don't necessarily handle it the best way, which is disappointing to say. But I mean, overall, I feel better. I feel better. Like, I felt a bit rubbish this morning, and it was like, do I want to do this? Do I want to? Damn it! Do I really want to do this? But I do. You know, I think, you know, it is helping me as a person, and I think it's sort of twofold. It's, yes, it's helping me because, you know, I wanted to be more social and sort of learn new skills. But also I'm stubborn, and I've invested a lot into this, both time and money, and I feel at this point I have to go through with it, because otherwise I feel if I didn't it would be a waste. And I realize that that is a bad mentality to have. Like, you know, I recognize that that's not a good mentality to have as a streamer. That's not really an enjoyable mentality. Well, this is I'm stubborn. I'm quite stubborn, unfortunately. Come on. There we go. And so unfortunately, like, I'm in this for the long haul. I'd like to think I'm in this for the long haul. And I'd like to think that I can get somewhere with this. The shorts have been doing... I forget if I said this. The shorts have been doing good, though. I've been getting a bit of traction off the shorts, which is good. So, you know, need to make more shorts. Need to make some of those more shorts content to try and bring that audience in. Damn it. That's good. Yeah, I need to rebind my dash. So it's good that something, you know, there is... Yeah. Let's restart. I'm going to rebind my dash, because I don't like having it on a button. And I think I'm going to change... so I want dash on you. Yeah, and we'll just leave it like that. I like having my dash on a trigger, because generally having... There we go. Well, that one. I like having dash on a trigger. But yeah, the shorts have been doing good. They've been picking up some traction. Been getting 1,000 views. Maybe 1,500. Like, that's good, you know, that's positivity. That is something to be positive about, which is good. So it is a, you know, it is a slow and steady race. It is just like you say, persistence. It's, you know, you've just got to keep working away at it. And is it a pain? Yeah, it, you know, it has its, it definitely has its ups and downs, and especially when you feel like you're in a especially when you feel like you're in like this world where it's just you and you're stuck in a feedback loop. It's painful. Oh, there we go, come on. Come on. Can't dodge much? Welcome to Mega Man. This game is not exactly easy. It's also running at a nice frame rate of 15. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Mega Man didn't get its reputation by being easy. Mega Man got its reputation by being difficult, you know. I mean, it came out, what, 1990 something? It's, you know, it's an SNES game. But I did also have my my shoot button on. No, I had my dash on a face button. Whereas now I've got it on the trigger, so now I can actually use it. And so yeah, in general, I would say 6 months. Yeah, it's been difficult. There's definitely times where I've sort of screamed and looked at it and gone, why am I here? Why am I doing this? But I think overall it has been pleasant. You know, alright, maybe the numbers aren't doing the best, but I think I'm learning a lot as an individual. I'm literally... How the hell am I supposed to get round? I think last time I had to look up a guide for like the best order for the bosses. I knew it was Chill Penguin first, but I might be thinking in terms of like a speed run. But I think I need to get that mentality out of my head. I need to start thinking like more casual playthrough. Yeah, it's been enjoyable. As you know, as unbelievable as that may be, it's been a fun experience. And I think now that I've especially taken that break, and I think I'm revamping things. It, you know, it'll do that. Type of gameplay doesn't make it easily discoverable. Retro category is great, but it's huge. I feel like I'm just not getting discovered anyway. That's the thing. I am gonna have to look for an order here. I am gonna have to cheat a bit. I feel like I'm at a point where it's just like I've tried the whole like Storm Eagle, thank you. I feel like I'm at a point where it doesn't matter what category I'm in, I'm just not going to get discovered anyway. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those difficult ones. Because like before, I was putting myself in, like when I was playing Dead Cells, I was putting myself in that category. But the thing is that people are only really stupid. People are only really looking out for. People are only really looking out for streamers that can play at a high level, and I can't really offer that. The only game I could probably have a chance at of offering like that sort of putting myself in discoverability is Splatoon 3, because I can play Splatoon to quite a high level. Like when I was playing Splatoon 2, and I was putting, you know, hours and hours into it, I was top 5-10% in the world. Something like that. I was S plus. I was S plus 9, and I was X rank. I think my X rank was, on average, it was anywhere from. Hang on. On average, it was anywhere from like 2,000 to 22,000. So that probably 2,000 is more accurate. So like that's probably the best game. Like if I wanted to go play the high level play, it's difficult. But then it's also the question of why are you doing this, you know? Like, am I doing it because I want to enjoy it, or am I doing it because I just want the views? And I think that was definitely a question I was asking myself. And I think that was the problem that I had at the beginning. Was I was getting so obsessed with trying to go for the views and the counts and things like that I think I just wasn't enjoying it. And I think first and foremost I need to enjoy it. That is the main thing. Also, I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. But I'm sort of just taking the crow as it flies. I know I have to head right. That I do know. Like I say, it's been a good number of years since I played this game. Well, it's been a good number of years since I played this game, so like, it's difficult to remember exactly how this game is played. Oh, nice. So yeah, realistically, Splatoon 3 is the only game I could play that would give me like You know, I could play it at a high level, and I could put myself on like decent exposure. What about Minecraft? Minecraft is huge. Like, go check the Minecraft tag. Everyone's playing Minecraft. And plus as well, I just wasn't enjoying the game. Like, that's the thing. I can put myself in these types of tags, you know, I can play these games, but am I enjoying it? And I think, honestly, that's what I just want to get to. I think, like, you know... I think, honestly, I just want to get to enjoying it. And I think, you know... I'm a bit sick and tired of playing games just to... Exactly, just play what I want, exactly. I think I'm a bit sick and tired of trying to chase trends. And I think I'd rather just try and play to enjoy, basically. I think that's the main thing that I want to do going forward, is just not worry about chasing trends and play for me. I think that's the important thing. This is Storm Eagle. I'm probably gonna keep my ass. Oh, you're gonna dodge, aren't you? Yep. I forgot I have invincibility frames. Yep. It's because I'm so used to modern games and their dodges having invincibility frames that I'm not used to old games like this, where there is no such thing as where invincibility frames weren't a thing. Which sounds ridiculous. Yeah, so now you've got to dodge. Yeah, so now you've got to dodge the proper way. And the sound broke for some reason. Oh, there we go. Dodge Master 5000. Oh no, only one. From this side. No! Gotcha! So far, it's one of the easy. It's because I've now got the dash on the trigger, so like I'm actually using the dash now, whereas before I wasn't. So like now that I've got a grip on the controls, I have better coordination now. Again, old Mega Man, it's an SNES game, so like it takes a bit. Let me take a quick break and then I'll be back. Quick break. Oh, hang on, there's no music. Hang on. Hang on. I didn't realize there'd be no music. Hang on, just make sure. Yeah, music being on. Okay. Have this. No, 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 no. Sorry. I was literally just changing some tags around. And just changing a few things around. And all that. Let me cut back to here. And cut back to this. Oh no, you son of. There we go. Now it says Spartan Mandrill. That one. Sorry, I was just changing a few of the. While I was thinking about it, I just thought, oh yeah, change a few of the tags. in category and see what happens. And just see if that makes any difference. I mean, it might do, it might not, but you know, it's worth. That's the nice thing, is that, you know, it's worth experimenting and seeing what's what. God, remember we didn't have triggers for shots. And we had to use face buttons. How the hell do I get down there then? Don't think much of a difference. It's, you know, experimentation. It is what it is, you know. And that's the main thing is that, look, the main thing is that it doesn't matter like what tags you have or like what games you're playing or anything like that. If you're not entertaining, you're just not going to get any traction at all whatsoever. That was an idiot move. Like, if you're not entertaining, then you're just not going to get anything. So it's like, at the end of the day, I just need to practice being entertaining. You have great charisma? Well, thank you. I wish other people felt the same way. Right. I don't know. It's a balance, you know. There's a balance to everything. But I think at the end of the day, if I'm not enjoying it, I just don't want to do this. So like, I need to enjoy this first and foremost. That's the... I'm waiting now. I'm gonna wait on this cycle as well. Like, if I'm not enjoying it, then I'm not gonna do it. That's the, you know, that's the main takeaway. Right, let's try you. Come on! I'm gonna switch weapon here. Ah, damn, what did that? Oh, thanks for my computer and agency for now you can use around. Exactly! Exactly. Yo! Exactly! Like... Look. You're being held hostage by Annie? No, I have no comeback, sorry. Oh damn, I need someone to use that. Hang on, hang on. What, are you... Hang on, Annie, why are you bringing people in here by being hostage? Right, I kind of want people to come in here of their own volition, you know? I'd like people to come in here because they think I'm enjoyable! But like, you're right, you know, it is... Peace has failed. But you're right, you know, at the end of the day, all I can do is just rely on luck. So it's like, you know, if I'm doing everything that I can, it's like, why worry about everything else? So it's like, just, you know, focus on what I can do and just focus on having some fun. That's all I can do at the end of the day. How's my day? I mean, my day's good. Partying and streaming anything? Well, exactly. Flip. Oh, come on. Nice! Caught. Finally, can I call you the... I have a name! Brilliant. My only viewer brings in someone else and then bullies me. Brilliant. Come on, come on, come on. You know, I'm gonna... Calling you the is much shorter. Can't you just call me Teller? I make it easy for people. So you don't have to call me by my full name. Like, I make it easy. And apparently it's not easy. It's still difficult for people to wrap their heads around. Also, I mean, owned. Hang on, there we go. There we go. Calling you the is much shorter. Well, calling you 7 will be much shorter. But in all seriousness, thank you for popping by. I've actually just had a 2-week break actually from streaming, so I'm like, oh yeah, I fixed alerts. That's the first time the alerts have been on since the alerts have been on. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Where am I going? I realized what I was doing wrong. I had 2 alert window boxes, and I didn't realize. Again, going back to the I don't know anything because I'm streaming here all on my own. It was what I didn't realize was that there were 2 boxes, one top of another. See, turn down the gate. See. Why aren't you telling me this stuff? Hang on. No, I don't want that. Annie, you're the one that's been here. I talk all this time about feedback and about not getting feedback, and the one feedback you could have given me about turning the... Come on. And the one feedback you could have given me about turning the audio down. I'm just gonna... Tank... No. There we go. So that's the thing. I need this. Change your name to the... No, because I made all my... Hey, I need to beat this boss. Oh... There you go. Literally the easiest boss in the game. That's a speedrun strat. I know that because I watch speedruns. That's a legit speedrun strat. That's why I went for Spark Mandrill. I went for Spark Mandrill because that's an actual speedrun strat. Also, change my name to the... which one's Flame Mammoth? Hang on, I'm trying to remember now which one Flame Mammoth is. This one. Mod ban this streamer for speed. Hang on. Firstly, I am the mod. Because there are no other mods. Because I can't make mods. So you're telling me to ban myself. Secondly... Wait, what was the second point I was going to make? Me and my memory. Hang on. Yeah, secondly, brain goes the. And then thirdly, brain goes pause the game, because that's a great idea for a short. Making content, we're making content all the time. We're making content all the time. I'll put Flame Mammoth. As a reminder. Why did he British shock me? Would it surprise you if I told you I'm British? Like, would that be a surprise to you? Or is that too much information to process? I mean, it does say in my tags that I'm British. Oh, nice one up. Chill though. Nice. Oh. Oh, where did you come from? Oh, nice. That increased my bar. Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, that's the vibe that I'm going for anyway, so like... You know, I am going for that nice, like, chill vibe, because I can't do, like, the whole, like, you know, shouty, like, I'm just gonna go underneath, like, the whole shouty and, like, you know, I'm a streamer, and all that. I can't do it. I just can't. I would much prefer to just be nice and chill and calm and all that. That's just more my aesthetic. You know, that's more my... Come on. That's just more how I like to roll on things. What is the non-binary tag? Go on. Put 2 plus 2 together. The penny will drop eventually. Do do do. Any moment. Any minute. Oh, down. Any minute the penny will drop. Yeah, the penny. Oh, it's an expression. Sorry, I should explain. It's an expression in the UK, as in, you will understand. I forget how to fight Flame Mammoth. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Yep, and that's what I was afraid of as well. Ah, damn it, that was the end of my... Yeah, fine, whatever. I thought it was going to understand what that means. Exactly. It's the... Yeah, it is basically just... you work it through your head, and then eventually you understand. There's that moment where you're like, oh, like... And then you understand what it is I'm talking about. That's what it is, basically. So again, the penny will drop. Like, oh yeah, like, oh. Like, oh, you meant this. Chat, help. It's the two of you. You are chat. Welcome to being a small streamer. It's pretty lonely. Well, it gets somewhat lonely. Is that still... No, that's saved. Lovely. So, if you can't work it out between the two of you, then, I'm afraid you're stuffed. Because no one's coming to save you. Oh, damn. Oh, I have to take this. But yes, I suppose since you've not come to the realization, yes, I am non-binary. Being well, this is another discussion that I'm gonna have. I'm not comfortable with being a man. I'm not comfortable with the whole... I feel like there's a lot of... Oh god. I'm not comfortable with things like toxic masculinity and things like that. And I feel like that has sort of gained prevalence over the past number of years. And it's something that has bothered me. And I thought about it. And sort of like, well, if I was a man, what would I, if I wasn't a man, what would I be? And I think the idea of being non-binary is appealing because I don't really want to be known by my gender. I just want to be known as me. If you wanted to put a gender on me, I would say human. I am a lot more comfortable being a human than I am a man. Oh damn! I think it's you. I would say I'm a lot more comfortable being a human than I am being a man, and it's definitely it's something that I'm still not 100% on. Like, if I have to go and do if I have to go and do like important like, and I'm gonna beat this boss. No, why are you not working? Well, I'll use you instead. Ah, damn. Should I be using wind? I'm not entirely sure what I should be using. Like, if I have to go into... If I have to go and use, like legal documentation, and it's like, you male or female, like, yeah, male. Like, I'm not, I know for some people it matters. For me personally, I'm just like, yeah, male. So I'm not gonna kick a fuss about it. Again, I know some people will, and good on them. Me personally, it's like, if I have to put man, I'll put man. But there's just, I don't know, there's just something like liberating about not calling myself a man. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it, because like, to be perfectly honest, I'm still not fully sold on it myself. And maybe I have put the wrong tag. But like, I feel like man sort of insinuates that, because I grew up like, where I grew up with like, lads. Oh, fuck. I grew up with lads, and it was like, oh, the lads, and get down and have a pint and all that, and it's just like, and I never enjoyed that. It was just like, it just wasn't me, and I feel like that's what being a man is. Come on, I'm gonna trigger you. There we go. Oh, come on. No, I don't feel it. Oh, that for one up. That was useless. But that was a waste of time. Yeah, I feel more comfortable. I feel more comfortable being known as a human, not necessarily non-binary. So maybe like non-binary is is the right wording. There is this thing which I did look up a number of years ago called humanism, which is sort of the idea of like you very much care about like basic human rights and like people like, you know, you care about humans regardless of who they are, and you put humans first. And I feel like I very much relate to that, you know. And I would call myself, you know, I could possibly call myself a humanist, but also I would probably just call myself a human first and foremost instead of calling myself a male. Whether that counts as non-binary or not, I don't know. That's sort of... I forget, to be perfectly honest. So maybe non-binary is the wrong word to use. Human first, isn't that too arrogant? It's not. I mean, you are. No, damn it. There can be a bit of arrogance in it, but it's not like I'm. It's not like I'm saying. It's not like I'm saying, you know, oh, fuck all the animals, you know, fuck all the, you know, all the plants and everything like that. Like, yeah, you know, there is that to it, but I mean, maybe I am explaining it wrong. It's been a number of years since I've actually looked up the definition of humanist, so maybe I am looking at this like, look, my memory is awful, alright? So me trying to remember all of this off the top of my head is terrible, and trying to explain it. So yeah, maybe it is a terrible explanation. But this is more in terms of identity. You know, this is more in terms of how I would identify myself. And I would generally say that I identify as a human, first and foremost. You know, instead of identifying as a gender, I would say I would identify as a human. Now let me see if I can actually beat this boss. Oh, come on. Yep. No. Four, 5. No. But now I know the strat. And again, that might be an insult to non-binary people, and I apologize if that is, you know. And that might be something I have to change. Let me see if I can just defeat this boss. Well, that was only 4. Nice! I'm going to be sorry about it. Oh, thank you. Again, this is sort of... I don't have a lot of... Again, going back to when we were talking earlier about, because it's my 6 month... it's my 6 months doing content creation. And I was talking about how I feel like I can't grow until I start, like... Armadillo. How I'm struggling to grow because I need to practice like my conversation skills basically, and it's sort of limiting like my development. See, again, I apologize because I'm just, you know, unfortunately I am not the best socially aware person, and so I try to be very considerate of things. Because unfortunately a lot of the conversations I have are either one-sided or just one person. I need to get away from here. Oh, that would be nice. So it's oh, there we go. They got rid of that one. Yeah, it's... So you've now made me question, and like I mean, honestly, I think now that I'm talking about it, it's like I think possibly I need to do more research and maybe just sort of get my knowledge up. But I would definitely say I would definitely say that identifying as a man in the sort of in this world is something that I am not entirely comfortable with, because I feel like what a man is sort of changing because of things like toxic masculinity, and that doesn't really reflect me as an individual. And I think that's the... Oh, I can't grab that. Come on! And I think that's the... And I think that's the bigger question that I'm trying to ask myself, is how do I identify as an individual, you know? Who am I as an individual? And I think that's something that I'm trying to discover. What do you think a man should be? I very much see... I very much think of like a man as like a gentleman from like the 40s and 50s, minus the racism and sexism. But that's a very old school definition. I think honestly, it's been that long since I've thought about what a man should be, because let me defeat this boss. The thing is, I don't really like men. I kind of... Oh, you're not going to give me that, lovely. I don't really like men. I'm not really the most comfortable around men. I would say I'm more comfortable around women. And not as in like a creepy way, because I can understand where that comes from. But I feel like if, you know, if I was to have a conversation with someone and it would be a conversation between, would I choose a conversation between me and a man or me and a woman? I feel like I would choose me and a woman, because I feel like, how do I explain this? I think it was just I think if I was to have the conversation with a man, I think I'd always be on edge. Whereas I think if I was to have a conversation with a woman, I think I'd be more relaxed. Which, you know, stop me from if I'm given a shite explanation. Like, oh damn, that's been there. Sure, I think so, but then like, again, that's this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do streaming, was because I don't have a lot of social interactions, and B, I don't know me. That's the problem, is that there's a lot about me that I just don't know. Like, I think something of me, but like, is that truly me? And so I'm just going on a bit of a discovery process, basically. So am I sure? No, I'm not, actually. To be 100% honest, I'm not sure. That's how I feel about the situation. Whether those feelings are true or not, that is to be determined. That's, you know, it's, this is very much a journey of self-discovery for me. So what I think I am right now may not be who I want to be. And I think that's important. Total agenda. Yeah, it's, you know, to me it's not going to be a great person, how to be. Yeah. And maybe that's the damn. Got to. Yeah, and that's probably where the problem has been, is that I've not been spending time with the right people, and I've been spending time with people that I don't agree with. And yeah, yeah, it's, you know, it's okay to like question yourself and sort of who you are. Again, the problem with me is that I don't do a lot of social events. I don't do a lot of social events. I don't do a lot of social, like, talking and things like that. And that's why I'm, you know, that's partly why I'm doing this, because I want to improve that social aspect of me. And I think I just want to understand myself better. Because I feel like right now I have this image of me I have this feeling of who I am, but I'm not entirely confident about it. And I'm just not entirely sure if this is who I am. And I think that's the bigger thing, more than anything. It's more about it's more about trying to understand who I am. Oh, right, okay, so you get rid of, okay, fine. Just another body feelings, everything else, that is, yeah. Feeling that you totally trust. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I mean, at the end of the day, come on. At the end of the day, only you can understand who you are, and if you don't understand yourself, then how do you expect someone else to understand you? I don't know. There's a lot of... That was stupid. There's a lot of personal questions that I'm definitely like asking myself. There we go. Better. There's definitely a lot of personal questions that I'm asking myself right now. And it's sort of like... You know, where do I stand in everything? That's sort of my mindset right now. There we go. I never have that kind of problem. Well, good for you. You know? If you never have that kind of problem, then good. But there are some people who do suffer with it. How the hell do I break this shield? There we go. Oh, do I need to get from behind? Damn. Never understand people care about it so much. Personal identity, I would say. I think sometimes people can feel I'm trying to nice. Okay, now I think I can use it. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I think personal identity comes into it a lot, and like, and I think people go hello, and I think people. I think there's some people that care a lot about their personal identity. Sorry, I do apologise. We're having a conversation right now. We're in the middle of quite a deep conversation, so I do apologise. Yeah, you know, if you're not confident in yourself, then you can definitely question yourself. I think that's an important part of it. And I think it makes you question who you are as an individual. And I think certainly that's you know, that's probably something that I'm going through right now, is sort of, you know, I'm not confident in who I am, and so I'm questioning myself. And I'm questioning who I am. And sort of my identity and things like that. And again, right now, it's just all, it's all a bit murky, and it's all just a bit like, you know, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about that? And I think I'm sort of just, you know, possibly trying things and just seeing how I feel with it. Because again, I'm not, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not entirely 100% confident with the non-binary tag. Partly because I don't know if I am, and partly because I don't want to insult other people who do identify as non-binary. And so it is probably a mistake to put that tag in, so I'm going to change that. I am actually going to change that at the end of the stream. Main problem, lack of, yeah. I mean, I've lacked confidence for years. No, just do what you want to. That's what I'm doing. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm doing this because this is the one thing in my life that I have control of. You know, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but like, you know, this is a bit of a personal thing. You know, this is a bit of a personal endeavor that I am undertaking with this. And I don't want to get too deep into it because otherwise I'll be accused of trauma dumping. And I don't really want to do that. Oh, damn it. Look, Mr. The. I know you're trying to be serious, but like... Brilliant, so... My name is now Mr. The Star. I changed my name to try and, you know, have some nice branding. And to try and be like, you know, nice branded VTuber. And now I've been reduced to Mr. The Star. It's bold of you to assume I'm being serious. Okay, I struggle with sarcasm. Which is a problem I have. Unfortunately, I take everything at face value. Which is a problem I have. So, unless you make it very blatantly clear, I will just take it word for word. Having confidence in your life, yeah, again, it's this is part of it. It's, you know, I mean, one of the reasons why when I originally started streaming, when I know, it means I'm an easy. I know, it means I'm an easy victim. I know. I used to, I'll say this and then I'll get into this boss. I used to work in retail, and I used to get people coming in that used to think they were smart asses, and you know, there'd be like a ticket and it would say 50% off retail price, and it would show the discounted price, and people would bring the item and they'd come up to the till and they'd go, "Oh, so it says 50% off. Does that mean I get 50% off what it says on the label?" And like, I knew they were joking. I knew they were having a laugh. But I didn't take any of it. And so I just stood there stone-faced and went, no, the price is what it says on the label, actually. And they used to just stand there confused and look at me and go, I was having a joke. I was trying to make a joke. And I just stare at them and go, okay. So that's, and just throw them off. Just stone-faced look at them and go, no, your joke doesn't work here. No. It used to be one of the best ways to get back at like snarky customers, was just stone-face them. It was brilliant. Yeah, but yeah, I take things at face value, unfortunately. Where is the oh, for crying out loud. Hardy, hardy, ha! I'm beating this boss. I'm beating this boss, or I'm gonna die trying. No! There. Right. Shell removed. So what comes next? Wind? Oh, damn. So what comes next then? Oh, is that it? Well, that's it. Slime. It's nice to have some fun. It's nice to have some fun and all that. I hope you don't mind. I think I'm gonna stop here if you 2/3 are alright with it. It's I normally I go for 3 hours, but coming back, I forgot how draining this was. And so it's just taking a bit of a toll. I need to get back into the groove, basically, but I don't want to stretch myself too far and then not be able to stream the rest of the week. So exactly, I'm going to beat this boss or die trying. So I apologize, but I don't want to push myself too far on. No, it's not. No, it's not good. I'll be honest with you. I was gonna stop, but then we had what was her name? Ivysaur. Yeah, we had someone else drop in, and so I thought I'd do another round. Because I didn't want to stop just as someone new was coming in. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're still here or not. They might have just dropped in and dropped out. But yeah, I don't want to push myself too hard on returning to streaming. So I'd rather just keep the energy. I'd rather just keep some energy in reserve for the next few days. Well, thank you for being here. It's nice to actually be able to speak to people instead of speaking to a wall. That is a nice thing. So I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you don't know, I stream Tuesday to Thursday, 6:30 PM, normally till 9:30 PM UK time. But generally my streams start Tuesday to Thursday, 6:30 PM UK time is when I start. Also, I know you're a real human. I've had interactions with bots. You can go watch my shorts. I've had many interactions with them. Ugh! So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back with more of the Mega Man. I'll be back more of the Mega Man. Of the Megarista Man. Now I need to find my music to actually end off with. How many views do I actually have? Oh, I'll just leave views as it is. Well, no, actually, no. Do I want to? No, actually, no. Let me raid someone. Let me actually. I know I'm gonna raid. Yes, I'm gonna raid. Let me actually send you somewhere. I'm gonna go raid TK Layla. That's where I'm gonna go raid. I know, I'm raiding. I know, because I actually have people to raid. I actually have people that I can send. Right, I'm ending. Thank you very much for being here. See you next time. Bye.